So first of all, we have a changing of the guard in Washington. So this is extraordinarily exciting. We back about 3 months ago, we were here before, and we were talking to a lot of the senators and representatives, and we were seeing some mixed reaction. But once we spoke to them and educated them about the power of the blockchain and what it can do and how we can really utilize the blockchain in ways, and decentralized computing overall, in ways that they had never thought about, they started realizing this was maybe something very positive. What we have now, that was sort of a bottom-up approach, because we came in, we went to the senators and representatives' offices, that type of thing. Now we have a new regime coming in from the top. So what's exciting is, and we've seen this at the summit so far, and I'm super excited about day 2. We've finished day 1, but day 1 was really reinforcing the fact that this new top-down approach is going to really change things very quickly. And it's going to be very exciting. It's going to give a lot of opportunity for this next generation of technology, the blockchain, to really thrive, and thrive in a way that changes the way we do things in life. This is not about, I've never found that new technology is only replicating what's been done in the past. New technology has to always have all the functionality of the past, but with some new features and new benefits that we've not had in the past. And security, data privacy, data sovereignty, has never been on the forefront, and now it is. And so now we can think about data value for the user. And that is something we have never thought about because we didn't have the technology that supported it. And so what I'm excited about is this has been a great day for the day 1, really talking about how we can build new systems with data value as the centerpiece and keeping that data value sovereign, secure, and private. And so great first day here in Washington, D.C. for CESS. With any new technology, and people so quickly forget about 2000. In 2000, we had Y2K, but we also had the internet that kind of went boo, boo. And it was because we weren't ready for a lot of policies. A lot of things that were going on back then, we're facing again. It's how does the government and policies in the government interact with the freedom of people building whatever they want to do, and how do these things come together? We had problems back then on how do you do tax, and how do you ship product, and how do you do a lot of stuff. That's all going back 20 years. 25 years, but today it's about this new way of really thinking about who owns the data. And when data ownership goes back to the originator of the data, in other words, I create data, therefore I control where it goes, instead of what has happened over the past 20 years where I put data up on a cloud and it's no longer my data anymore. This is a big shift. This is big opportunities for companies to provide solutions for their end users to really benefit from decentralized systems. So today, people don't realize that when you save some information on your Google Drive or any other stored system in the cloud, the new contracts read they can go in and look at your data and use that data for their learning models. Wow. I was in Dubai just about 3 months ago. I was on stage. I said, do you guys know this? I was screaming at the top of my lungs because people just don't know this. Now people are starting to find that out. Is that really what we want to do going forward? No, it doesn't matter in certain circumstances, but in most circumstances it does matter. Here's one great one, AI. Anytime that I am contributing to an AI model, I'm coloring it a little bit. I am changing the way that AI model operates. And so I want to make sure that my AI that I'm going to work with is got private data, not public data, and that my data is not influencing those learning models. So I don't want to store my stuff on Google and then Google give me back, or has Google giving me back an AI model based on my own implementation or my own experiences. So this is what's so exciting, because what's happening here at the Policy Summit is we are actually seeing policies from the top down getting removed. Of course, this is proposals, but this is the direction we're going, and it's very exciting. What that means is the friction of bringing new technology out is going to be significantly reduced. This is going to give massive opportunity to new development groups that are putting together solutions that really are going to benefit the ownership of our data, the value of our data. And what CESS does specifically is we make it really easy to build a decentralized application or a DePIN solution without having to worry about the blockchain infrastructure. We have AI connections, we have APIs that allow it so that the developer can easily work with us and therefore provide value to their end user that is way above anything that's ever been done before. I've looked at the agenda, and what we're going to be looking at here is really what are all the policy covers a lot of different things. And so every presentation has been around a different policy, be it national security, be it finance, and so forth. So we're going to see more and more, I think, conversation around what happens when policy gets loosened up a little bit and, companies come in to provide solutions that truly do help the industry overall. I mean, this is the next generation of technology. No one is questioning that. The blockchain is phenomenal because it provides things that we did not have back in the older technology, the TCP/IP. And so with that policy getting loosened up, and with the fact that there are more people coming back into the space in the United States, this can really set the United States up for a fantastic position going forward. Now, the great news is that this is really it's a global movement. I mean, I've been all over the world, and the excitement around the blockchain and data sovereignty and privacy has been everywhere. And now we're starting to see this not just coming up from the bottom, but coming from the top down. We go to countries where they've dedicated the next technology of the blockchain from the top down. We're going to see that here in the United States now, and it could not be more exciting, and I can't wait for day 2.